What's up everyone, welcome back to yet another video on the channel. This channel that hasn't been uploaded on in weeks. Yeah, that channel. Anyway, there'll be a video on that soon. Anyway, today's video, I'ma do what's in the title, and that's explain why IFerg isn't the best player inside of Call of Duty Mobile. I'm also going to say who I think is the best Call of Duty Mobile player currently anyway. So let's just get into it and let's go in that order. Now, a lot of people think that IFerg is the best player inside of codm, but I'm here to contradict that because of the overwhelming evidence that he's not. Now, by no means this means he's a bad player or anything else. It just means there are better players than him. He's even said himself he isn't a pro player, nor is he at their level. And when you go on the video, which you're being shown now, the dominating IFerg you see isn't here, as he's playing against much better players. He's still getting kills and he's still helping his team, just not carrying them as he usually does. In fact, he's actually getting carried. Not to say he's not putting in work for the team, as he is. He's helping defend A side and he's doing a lot of that. But he can't get aces anymore, and he can't push out as much as he usually does in Legendary Ranked. And it's not as dominating as I said before, and it's not as dominating as you see in these videos where he's using a KRM, and he's dominating because the KRM isn't really that good. It's a shotgun. Shotguns can be really unpredictable, but because he's in Legendary Ranked, and basically everyone and their mum is legendary now, it's not really too impressive, or coming from a competitive viewpoint, it's not really that impressive. But you know, just I realise that he's on North American servers and he's playing with pros, but you still don't see him overwhelming as much as he usually does. Yes, he's got great accuracy, but compared to the amount of time pros put in working on their accuracy, he just doesn't compare. Same goes for movement, game sense, and all the other key fixtures being a great player. IFerg just doesn't put in that much time anymore. Whereas Bolu, Little B, Swag, YT, Flacco, they put in that effort now, and compared to their almost full day of playing codm and IFerg's 1 hour, it's not really comparing. But IFerg, if he still put in 6 hours a day, probably could keep up. But not anymore. Anyway, you can keep on watching the rest of this gameplay, but I'll see you when we get on to my opinion on who is the best player in COD Mobile. Yes, that's right. I think Bolu is the best COD Mobile player inside of COD Mobile, obviously. I would retake, but I just can't be bothered. Anyway, Bolu plays for Tribe Gaming and has very few subscribers compared to IFerg on YouTube. Still more than me, obviously. You know, kind of depressing. Anyway, when we look at the combination between Bolu's movement, aim, game sense, and everything else, it seems way more than IFerg's ability. Obviously, Bolu spends hours and hours and hours practicing, and hours and hours and hours scrimming against pro teams, and even streams like a Legendary Ranked for a few hours a day, and makes YouTube content. Essentially, his day is COD Mobile. He's been number 1 on the leaderboards multiple times, and in multiple seasons, but you may not recognize him, as recently he changed his name from Nintendo Y2 to Bolu, but you know, same person. He's also played for multiple pro teams, such as the now disbanded Fierce, that was actually his previous pro team, and he's even played against popular pro players, such as Little B, Mini codm, Swag, and Aerith, who he has beaten and also is currently playing with, such as Little B in Tribe. I also have to say that I'm pretty biased because he's an OBJ player, and in my opinion, OBJ players are just superior to any other type of player in Call of Duty Mobile. But that's besides the point. The fact is, he can drop 25 plus kills in almost every scrim, which is absolutely amazing, because 10 is considered good. And he often drops nukes, 30 to 40 bombs in legendary ranked, which we see Ferg do, and they both don't really try. It's just the fact that Bolu is just doing it in scrims as well, whereas when you see IFerg in scrims, he's dropping maybe 19 kills in domination and stuff, whereas usually he's dropping 50s. But you know, we'll just go back onto Bolu. He's just brilliant, and I realise I'm talking a lot, and he's using a BK in this gameplay, whereas usually he uses a COD now. He's still dominating. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the gameplays. These guys' channel will be linked in the description. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!